Okay, okay, everyone. So today we're going to talking about a topic that we were presented in Indonesian language. So yeah, we are going to talk about how to change, how to be a better person in English. So, but first I want to introduce with our presenter. But first, introduce me as a moderator. My name is Jaya Raharja. I'm from SMKN 1 Surabaya. And there is Mr. Aji Maulana. And welcome, Mr. Bintang. You are late. And there is Mr. Aji Maulana from SMKN 1 Probolinggo. And there is Mr. Novel Milzam from SMKN 9 Malang. And the latest one is Mr. Bintang Pradana, Firman Bintang Pradana from SMKN 1 Sanden. So we're going to presenting about how to change. So yeah, Mr. Aji, you can go first as a presenter. The time and place, I give it to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jaya. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Sayyidul Ramadan. I'm from Prabowo East Java, and here I am student internship at Zambia Kitab and Science. Okay, how to change? Next. File self. Uh, Knowing ourselves is a person effort to see and understand the advantage and disadvantage that exists in himself so that he is able to control action when dealing with others or even himself. Self-introduction. Self-concept is the way and attitude of an individual in looking at himself. Self-view or perspective include physical and uh, psychic aspects, such as knowing the characteristic of the individual himself, his behavior or that his abilities, and so on. Next, how do you know about yourself? The first is recall, count, and record proud moment. Are there moments that make you feel proud? Remember all the proud moments we do for ourselves and take note of them so that we can visit them again every time we want to do something that makes that sense of pride come back. Second, recognize, recognize our behavior. Many of us are constantly hungry for perfection and often feel that we are not making any impact to overcome emotional difficulties such as shame and sadness. Third, look at our role models. In each stage of development, everyone generally has a role model that is used as an example to develop. In memorable sentence, what are the what are the things that role model teach us? Whatever or not, we still agree on just lesson today. Keep in mind what things resonate with us. Try to remember what books, movie, or television show resonate emotionally with us. Then try to explore what from our life can be identified by testing in deep. Ask for input from the people we care about. Ask for input from friends and family to observe what things they think can make use, happy or depressed. Of course, it is not easy to ask others to give input, but they will be very likely to give surprising input and really help us understand ourselves, connect ourselves with joy. Look back for photos of the past and try to remember and feel again the feeling we felt those moments. Ask in the photo what he thinks of us now. Is there a change he wants used to make in life? Think again of habits. What kind of thing work for us according to us? This question can present us with important with wisdoms that can help us understand ourselves. Observe whether uh, observe whether our habits are productive or destructive in our journey so far. We, for example, could have begun to observe whether ah, sorry, could have begun to observe whether than 70-hour work hours a week were productive or destructive for us. Then what about our other habits? If those habits make us miserable, what can we do to make a change? Hmm, think again for habits. Wait.
Are you finished, Mr. Haji?
Belum. Wait. Wait a minute. My laptop is lagging. Sorry, guys. Okay, next thing again of habits. Okay, sudah ya. Focus on inspiring things. Always advise us to ask ourselves when do we feel free and very excited. When we find the answer, we begin to be able to observe whether we have made the effort to create that moment a priority. Always ask this magic question. This question is one of the main techniques in solution focused therapy. If tonight while sleeping a miracle happens, tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, what kind of thing will I realize that life suddenly gets better according to ours? This question can help us identify what we really want, what is happening, and can help us find ways to overcome the obstacle with a concern. Why do we know ourselves? Why, why, why do we know ourselves? By knowing ourselves and understanding them, we can respond to things better, not just be influenced by situation or emotion. Know how to behave and on a situation or estimate the outcome. More confident and able to face the challenge. Face next. Benefit of knowing yourself, knowing the shortcomings. Of course, knowing yourself makes you introspect yourself so that you know the shortcomings that must be corrected immediately. Immediately. For example, the shortcomings that you find in yourself are lazy, then you can immediately minimize the laziness and use the time as well as possible. Second, knowing the advantage. In addition to knowing your shortcomings, by knowing yourself, you will also realize that you have advantage that are superior to others. That advantage become a strength for you to become a person who is more advanced than other. Knowing the needs, you will also know the needs according to yourself. It's not just one big needs that can boost your life. I'm sorry. For example, you have the advantage of painting. This means that your need is to deepen your painting knowledge, either through either through tutorials on the internet or learn directly to the expert. Planning for the future. The next benefit of knowing yourself is planning for the future. You can make a life plan according to your own needs so that you do for the future is not in vain. The time is keeping rolling will feel fertilizer. Next, how to become a better person. Wait. Okay, how to become a better person. First, trying to be more friendly. How am I? The first step is to try to be kinder than ever to anyone. Hospitality can be realized with many things. The easiest is to get used to smiling at anyone. Spotting a smile will help calm people around you while giving positive energy. If smiling seems difficult to do, then you can try with speech. For example, it is more for example, it is more common to start a word with the word please, thank you, good morning, and soon. Starting a conversation. Oh, starting a conversation. Starting a conversation with the word please will feel better. Likewise, with saying hello first when passing by, trying to care more about people around you. Life is indeed not as light as feathers. It is very heavy. In some case, you may face a tougher situation than in the previous day, but this is worthy of gratitude because normally this is the life journey of every human being. To make it feel like you need to apply tips to be the next good person, namely trying to care more about the people around you so that the people around you also care about your presence. For example, inviting people to talk without putting on a coat and start the face. In addition, it is permissible to provide assistance or assistant without being asked. For example, when you send a facemate needing help to bring quite a lot of documents, help immediately to bring some of these documents. Guaranteed that this concern will bear fruit in the future. Learn to always be grateful. In order to become a better person, you also need to multiply to be grateful. Appreciate everything that you have successful obtained. No need to invite and bother thinking about the achievement of others because the achievements the achievements of others are certainly different from the achievements of oneself. I'm sorry. Enjoying all the process in life. The journey of life is like the journey of water from a spring in the mountain to the sea. The journey goes up and down and through roots and sometimes very smooth areas. Life is also like this, and whatever process is being walked to go through, then just enjoy it. There is nothing eternal in the world, not even so, not even suffers and death of life. Cultivating forgiving nature. The next step to be maybe the last step. The next to be a good person is to cultivate traits to forgive easily. A good person is person who has no grudges. His heart is full of sincerity. Whatever mistake and unpalatable deeds of others will be taken for granted because as a human being, of course, there are times of calibrate and mistakes. There are times when, because of a problem, it affects one's own treatment of others. Once you can be in that position and cause other hurted, so in order to make life more enjoyable, then give more forgiveness. Okay, maybe uh, that's enough for me, Jaya. And next, go to next alarm and next to go next participant. I don't know how to speak in English. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Haji. So for the next presenter, I'm going to choose Mr. Bintang. Mr. Bintang, are you there? Tang.
Uh, Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, Masachi, and thank you for the time I will presentation how to change. The first, the first theme is about bad personality. Look of the day in church with different people. Some clothes no, I went to wear every day, and other with whom we have sporty contact and never even see each other again. Preaches makes you classify other people according to different criteria, and thus we can anticipate bad skin before they mix a hips. One way to classify people is by character. Will it is true that it's rare in group that someone with good character. The reality is that the 10 includes bad character in our description as characters of other people. What are bad character traits? What do we mean about character? This concept can include many before attitudes should vary based and classify and accept or important realization of the particular situation. Next, still on the same theme, namely bad personality. One example of the character is that can people who are very submissive in the church of the relative people who are easily injured people who is easily attacked and always reckon the defense character is part of personality even to in most cases in used in synonym for its personality is that part of or before the remain stable in different situations. Let's look at the part that makes up personality. One, temperament. Biology determines part of innate personality. Two, character that part of the personality that shall be more evolved and formed during the life. Among them, you can find moral, social, and religious attitude listed in Dictionary of Psychology of the American Psychic Association. Next, still understand them, namely bad personality. Again, keep in mind the bad personality is broad concept that can be defined in many ways and the many mean different things, different people. Finally, it's I can be considered the bad personality arise from the poor control of emotion and especially in the sense mindset of the not fully adaptive and yes, a thinking style that cause of bad character. Why do people we have character? The cause can be content and range from simpler things to more complex offer. We can ask ourselves whether the person is really like that and has a bad character of whether this is temporary and motivates be some cause views to greater or lesser degree justify and so in previous section personality is subset of personality and many cases to concept and use instant believe if we take this consideration into account we might that think human have been and I will be and I will tend to behave the way they do. Still understand them, namely bad personality. If we refer to bad personality to define of personality, if so, will not that definition of will be negative connection forwards or self the reason for bad character in this case explained by the fact the person is the article we will so you have to sing you personality. On the other hand, we might think the person exhibits bad character for more temporary and transitory present. Perhaps the person is more easily offended because he is she worried about the relative because he or she a bad day because he is she just didn't happen to but no because it's like that bad character trait as we sound the bad character trait we can include many behavior the fever is person many person different idea of the what it means to have a bad character taking assumption the character associated with bad character can vary depending on the definition we make of the term. Let's put together for definition we try to make in the article and see which characteristic and bad character. One's receptions to consent forces are itself and subordinate to its own temporary isolated phenomenons and must in measured for a long time. Three bad character before is not limited and the particular situation in the most apparent variety of contracts. For as for the personality part, bad personality is whatever thank you ito. On the fact that emotions are poorly managed, we can also observe that they fail to manage other types of emotion, shock of sadness, learn to deal with grief. This can affect the daily of the individual on the theme of work, society, education, family, etc. And if you understand that it's a result of understand emotional management and the wondering of you can you control bad temper, we will look on the how control it learn emotional regulation technique, become aware of the sensation or emotion product in her brain, identify and label or strategies to control this emotion. Act as servant communication technique, abording then protocol aggressive communication that of the way behaving. And another option, if we consider bad character to be personality problem, we must assess how to interact with daily and what needs arrest the most be under. Next, people we are said to have good personality, we have the strong character. I can be interpret of someone we are not easily influenced and other because it's a strong principle. The principle in question, of course, is something that is positive and will you her personal self. Saranu always learn to understand or highlight what is forbidden for you. For example, you know the word legal cannot consume it because it's encouraging and trigger action that are close to evil. So you have to hurt in principle finally so that you are not influenced by people and the environment where often comes to alcohol. Study the normal apply and society and how you so behave you know how to form good personality. Next. Uh, Five atau San. Three ways to build a good personality. One, respect yourself. Many adults who whether grow up the individual who were not good in terms of personality and character and consider with the incident with themselves. This is this disappointment upon me from under desires and aspiration. Look up oppressed of on one on condition of more musmar. Now is the time you respect yourself as way for forming good character accept your own small shortcoming are from strength that is not owned by other. Realize that you have limits and you don't always be have to perfect. Appreciate failure is a path of success nickname. Next, to learn to have true principles. People we are so sad we are good personality are those we have to strong character if I can be interpreted as someone so is not easily inserted by other because we are strong principles. The principle is question of course something that positive and full your personal self. Start now to advise the then understand we have allowed and forbidden to you. For example, you know liquid cannot consume that B is interesting and trigger action and close to evil. So you have to it's basically request that you are not easily influenced in people and every moment wooden of commercial alcohol. Study no are the every and society have you so be have you know how from to good personality. Next. See the kindness and control yourself. The truth way is get know how you really are, what you like, what you makes to passion about learning and so on. The opposite also applies. Enable thank you makes you feel uncomfortable, embarrassed, and insecure, and especially of the front of the people. After know you have yourself will assert to for control the culture feeling so of some lack of confidence so on control and deeper if that's the feeling and activities that you like are you also for example karate training. Next, uh, thank you for the presentation. Next, peserta selanjutnya.
Okay, so thank you for Mr. Bintang for an interesting presentation. So the next will be goes to the one and only presenter that was not yet presenting about the PowerPoint. So Mr. Novel, you may presenting about the next topic. No, yeah, about the next topic. Not the next topic. Yeah, something like that. So you can start, Mr. Noval Milzam. Maybe until finish.
Okay, I will continue this topic. Why do we have to be good people? A habit of doing good has
Can you type a little bit louder, please?
the habit of doing good has indeed been taught to everyone since childhood, starting from parents, teachers to every religion in this world invites us to always do good. However, this is not necessarily acceptable to everyone because it is often seen as a form of weakness. Basically, good deeds are a form of compassion and concern for others and the environment. If this is done regularly, then you can feel a variety of good benefits for the comfort of the body, soul, and mind. Benefits of being a good person. Coping with stress. Stress can be experienced by anyone caused by various factors, starting from work pressure to various other factors. If you want the problem to be solved immediately, you should start by doing good to others. Second, strengthening social relations. Doing good to others is also important in order to strengthen social relations between people. Therefore, it is very important to always do good to others, starting from immediate family such as siblings, cousins, parents, grandmothers, grandfathers to distant relatives. Third, improving body health. One of the other important benefits of doing good is that it can help the brain can channel positive energy throughout the body. This can help internal organs work better and not get sick easily. When your feelings are happy in living life, then various diseases can interfere. Next is protect yourself from negative influence. If you do good indeed, of course, it will have a strong influence on someone. Not only can it make the body stronger, active, and vibrant, but it will protect itself from negative influence. Next is providing a domino effect on the environment. The impact of doing good to others can also be felt by the environment around you, so that it will give a domino effect, where the good that has been done can come back even though in different way. Next is advantage and disadvantage of being a good person. Impact of being a good person. First, positive impact can make someone happier, avoid stress, have close relationships with other people. Being good is indeed a positive thing that must be owned by everyone because good people can certainly provide positive energy for themselves as well as those around them. However, being too kind to others can actually trigger adverse effects that will harm yourself. The next is negative impact of being a good person. First is can blame yourself. Second is triggering disappointment. Third, wasting time. And fourth, messy finance. Okay, it's enough for me. Uh, I give it to Mr. Jaya.
Well, because there is no other presenter that can bring the next topic, so I will presenting about the seventh topic, negative impact of being bad. So next slide, Mr. Novel. There are many negative attitudes such as grumpy, noisy, envious, jealous, arrogant, and so on. Of course, this will more or less have a bad impact on our lives. So, what are the negative effects of a bad attitude? Well, next, ruined fragile relation. We can ruin our relation with our friends. We can ruin our relation with our family. We can ruin our relation with anybody else, the one that you have relation with. So you have to be a good person so you don't disconnect with those people. Next, affect psychology. So if you are is still have a heart, even though you are bad, you still have you still thinking that what you do is wrong, but you know, but you like to do it. So there is a psychological effect. So like worry, like what this day kid says, like mm, yeah, maybe overthinking and then anxious and the other things. So yeah, next. And then damaging body health. So if you're being bad, is really affecting on your body, like seriously affecting. So you can sleep unwell, you are unconcentrated, you can, like a bad stuff will happen to you if you're being a bad person. So next, next. Next, Mr. Novel, next. Okay, away from other people. So if you because you were bad, people will not like you, will not come to near you. So you will being away to other people. Next, from other people. Hard to find a way out. Well, because you are is you know doing a bad stuff. It's not easy to find a way out. So you have to really consider about what are you going to do. You have to think that pardon. You have to think. God. You have think twice lah. You have to think twice before taking an option. Yeah, something like that. Next. So we're going to a conclusion. So in my conclusion is everybody has to be a good person. There is everybody is have to be good, but not that good. Because if you were good, you have to feel that blaming yourself thing. You feel wasting time, wasting money, and any other stuff because not because being good every day because if everybody good, then the world is not will be like this. So yeah, maybe any other participant want to add another conclusion. Well, okay, so there is no other participant want to add another conclusion, so I will close this meeting. So thank you for the presenter to join in this Google Meet. So yeah, and thank you and see you on the next topic. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, sudah.